And ladies and gentlemen, we have a recall. We have a recall. Windows remain open. They're off and pacing. There goes standing now between horses out for the lead. Joined on the inside by Dr. Energy, Fox Valley Dakota, Silver Wolf. Now they drive now into that first turn, and no off stride goes Lafayette Jones. Lafayette Jones is off stride. Now around that first turn and approaching the early quarter, standing with the lead. Fox Valley Dakota holds in second, 3 lengths back to Dr. Energy. Another 2 lengths back to Silver Wolf, followed on the inside by Rig, Game Poacher, followed now by Lafayette Jones by that early quarter, 28-4 that first quarter. And up front, positions are unchanged with Stunning in command, number length and 3/4. Fox Valley Dakota gets that good trip in second. Now first over, here comes Silver Wolf, edging up into third. On the inside, Dr. Energy saving ground in fourth. Now to the outside, here comes Rig. Also to the outside, Game Poacher. Lafayette Jones at the half. 59-2. They move into the clubhouse turn. Stunning maintains the lead. Fox Valley Dakota stalks his every move in second. Another 2 lengths back. Silver Wolf has range on the leader's third. Rig takes to the outside. Followed on the outside, no off stride. Goes Game Poacher. Game Poacher is off stride. Less than a half mile to pace in the race, and midway up the back stretch, Stunning has now a 3-length lead on the inside of horses. That's Fox Valley Dakota, Silver Wolf 3 wide. It's Rig, 129-2 for the 3/4. Into the far turn they race, and Stunning leads the way now by about 4 lengths. It's a battle for second. Silver Wolf between horses. On the outside, that's Rig. Here they come down the stretch they go. Stunning now cuts the corner, and Stunning opens up the lead with every stride as they come to the wire. It's standing now by about 8 lengths. Silver Wolf into second, but it is Stunning all alone. Silver Wolf is up for second. They're off. On the far outside, there goes Missing under the whip. On the inside, Jake's Tomboy is there between horses. That's Love Strain. So they drive into that first turn, and 3 horses now are across the track as Love Strain is up on the outside now, challenging to take command. Jake's Tomboy holds on the inside second, Beloit Showgirl. Recover, that is right there in third. Another 2 lengths back now to Missing. Followed on the inside of horses, Maxana. Fox Valley America as they drive by the quarter, Susie Nuke, and the first quarter 29-4, and up front it's Love Strain in command of the field by 2. Jake's Tomboy is right there in second, a length and a quarter. Below it, Cowgirl saving ground right with the leaders. Now to the outside, here comes Tony Morgan and Missing, moving up first over, and now moving up with cover. Here comes Nina's Legacy, entering the stretch for the first time, and Love Strain is in command of the field. On the inside, that's still Jake's Tomboy, saving ground second, halfway home in 102-2. Now they move into the clubhouse turn. Love Strain leads the way now a length and a quarter. On the outside of horses coming on, that's Missing, now under slight urging. On the inside of horses, Jake's Tomboy, right with the leaders in third, 3 wide. Nina's Legacy. On the inside of horses, Beloit Cowgirl, followed on the far outside, Fox Valley America and Maxana. Now midway up the back stretch, there's 3 horses across the track, and on the inside, that's Love Strain, but Nina's Legacy drives at him, rough-gitted, now off stride, goes Missing. 134 for the 3/4. Around the final turn, it's Love Strain with the lead now by 2. Jake's Tomboy is on the inside trying to come on. Here they come now, turning for home. It's Love Strain. Love Strain is under urging, now opens up the lead by 4. On the outside, Nina's Legacy is coming on. Love Strain with the lead. It is going to be Love Strain at the wire. Nina's Legacy up for second, followed by Jake's Tomboy. Here they come. One striker's off stride. They're off. Real Cool Society goes right for the top. Now between horses on the outside. What's Your Story? Jody Push to go. Do they drive into that first turn as they battle now for early position? On the inside, Lyrical Society has a nose on top. What's Your Story? Alongside a challenging second. That's Jody Push to go. Right with the leaders in third. On the outside, Lady Opus now joins the leaders. Followed on the inside by Yankee Georgiana. Followed now by Water Break. By that opening quarter, 28-3 the first quarter. What's Your Story? In command of the field now, a length and 3/4. Lyrical Society is getting that good trip second. Lady Opus is on the outside trying to come on into third, followed by Jody Push to go. And the inside as they race now for the half-mile juncture. What's Your Story is in command on the inside. Lyrical Society halfway home, 59 seconds flat. Positions up front are unchanged as What's Your Story shows the way into the clubhouse turn. On the outside, Lady Opus was third. Now moving up on the outside, moving to second. That's Lyrical Society shuffled back to the outside. Yankee Georgiana 3 wide from the back of the pack. Water Break is on the move. Now there's 3 horses, now 4 horses across the track. Midway up the back stretch. On the inside, What's Your Story? Lady Opus between horses in second. On the far outside, Water Break now charging. 1:30-4 for the 3/4 around the final turn. Now between horses, Yankee Georgiana with a nose on top. On the outside, Water Break is coming on. Here they come, turning for home. Here comes Water Break on the far outside. Yankee Georgiana digs in. Yankee Georgiana on the inside. Water Break on the outside. Yankee Georgiana and Water Break, those two at the wire. They're off. On the inside, there goes MT Girl going right for the top. Join now on the far outside. Broadway Dawn is driving up as they race into that first turn. And Broadway Dawn circles them all. Broadway Dawn from the outside takes command. Start Me Up. Holds in second. It's 3 lengths back to third to MT Girl. Leah T. Another 2 lengths back. IRNA. 3 lengths back to Buzzin' By. Followed by Sweet Smile. Followed by Flyin' Bold. As they drive now by that opening quarter. 29-4 that first quarter. And Broadway Dawn, your pace setter, but Start Me Up is running her heels in second. It's 3 lengths back to MT Girl into third. On the outside, IRNA now comes first over. And on the outside, Buzzin' By now moving up with cover. Followed by Leah T as they approach the half-mile juncture. And Broadway Dawn is your leader, a length and a quarter. Start Me Up is second, and they're halfway home. They've hit the half in 1:02-1. Now they splash into the clubhouse turn, and up front, it's still Broadway Dawn in command. Start Me Up, still right there in second. On the outside, IRNA inching it closer third. On the inside, MT Girl looking for racing room. And now from the back of the pack, 3 wide, Buzzin' By is on the move as they race up the back stretch. And less than a half mile to pace in the race. Your leader is Broadway Dawn. Buzzin' By on the attack in second. 3/4 now on the board. 1:33-3, and they swing into the far turn. Your leader on the inside is Broadway Dawn. On the outside, Buzzin' By is trying to come back. Start Me Up is there. Now 3 wide. Sweet Smile, another move. Here they come now, turning for home. So it's Broadway Dawn with the lead. On the far outside, Sweet Smile is coming on. On the inside, Start Me Up is flying. Here comes Start Me Up on the inside at the wire. They're all fan pacing. On the inside, Classy Bryce now winging out for the lead. Now joined on the outside. There goes JD's fella, followed on the inside by Gumpwood as they travel into that first turn. And your early leader is Classy Bryce. And Classy Bryce shows the way now by a quick 2 lengths. On the outside, JD's fella looks to drop in second, followed by Gumpwood, closing the gap in third. 3 lengths back to Herman Frisco. Another 2 lengths back to Escort Best, followed by Silent Battle. 3 lengths to Hey Daddy Hey, followed by Ancient Irish. 28-3 that first quarter. And up front, it's JD's fella in control now by 2. Classy Bryce closing the gap in second by 2.5 lengths. Gumpwood now has range on the leaders in third. Herman Frisco is now taking to the outside. He's out looking for cover. And now to the outside, Escort Best under urging, and Escort Best is on the move. 59-2. Now they wheel into that clubhouse turn, and up front, JD's fella maintains a lead now a length. On the outside, it's Herman Frisco on the attack in second. Pulling on the inside, Classy Bryce right there in third. On the outside, Escort Best trying to come on. Gumpwood needs racing room. On the outside, Ancient Irish. Midway up the back stretch, your leader, though, is JD's fella. Now they're by 3/4. 3/4 on the board, 130-3. JD's fella into the far turn. On the inside, Classy Bryce thunders back to second. Escort Best now moving second on the outside, followed by Classy Bryce. Back to third, to the outside, Gumpwood. Here they come, turning for home with JD's fella with the lead. Escort Best is out for the drive. On the inside, it's JD's fella. Escort Best. It's JD's fella. On the inside, Classy Bryce. JD's fella at the wire. They're off. Jake B for the lead on the inside, going country. Those two, now they drive into that first turn, and from the outside, there goes Jake B, going country. Going country, rough gated momentarily. 2 lengths back now to End Sweep. Another 2.5 lengths back to Anxious Isle, followed by David the Dude. 2 lengths to Hobo Bill. Heater Myler trails the field to the quarter, but as they race for that quarter, your leader is Jake B, and Jake B opens up now a 2.5 length lead. 30 seconds flat that first quarter, and Jake B is your pace setter. Go in country is in second, a length and a quarter, and Sweep right there in third. First over, David the Dude. Anxious Isle stays tucked in. Now to the outside, that's Heater Mother. Hobo Bill now trails the field, entering the stretch for the first time, approaching the half-mile juncture, and Jake B maintains a lead, and Jake B now getting pressure from End Sweep. Halfway home, they've hit the half a minute and 2. Into the clubhouse turn they race with Jake B maintaining that lead. On the outside, it's End Sweep trying to come on in second. Go in country, right with the leader in third. From the back of the pack, Peter Myler's edging up on the outside, followed by David the Dude. Now they curve into the back stretch. Less than a half mile to pace in the race, and Jake B is your pace setter. And Sweep, another move at the leader's second. Going country right there in third. 130-3 for the 3/4 as they race into the far turn. It's Jake B leading the way. Now on the outside, 3 wide. Hobo Bill is on the move. Here they come, turning for home, and Hobo Bill, like a shot, is on the outside now to challenge for the lead, and down the stretch they come. It's Hobo Bill with the lead. Jake B is fighting to come back. Jake B and Hobo Bill. It's Jake B and Hobo Bill. Those two at the wire, Jake B and Hobo Bill. Number 6. They're off. Argenta goes right for the top, but there goes Perpetual Motion scooting on through. Now between horses, Miss Fussy Smith They charge into that first turn, and Ms. Fussy Smith is on the outside, now taking command's perpetual motion. Right there in second, Argenta. Parkton moving up in third, followed by I'm in the forecast. 3 lengths back now to Coco Row, followed by Party Hostess, followed by Eva Let's Go. Spicy Mohawk trails the field. 29 seconds flat for that early quarter, and Argenta shows the way now a length. Miss Fussy Smith right there in second. Here comes Ima in the forecast, now pulling first over on the outside, followed on the outside of us by Coco Row. Entering the stretch now for the first time as they race for that half-mile juncture. Argenta, a 2-length lead. Miss Fussy Smith getting a great trip second, and they're halfway home. They've hit the half in 59-3. Now they move into the clubhouse turn, and Argenta shows the way now under mild urging on the outside. I'm in the forecast, trying to come on in the second. Pulling on the inside, Ms. Fussy Smith right there in third on the outside. There goes Coco Row. Eva Let's Go is on the move as they curve into the back stretch. Argenta leads the way now on neck. I'm in the forecast on the outside, trying to come on in second. Ms. Fussy Smith and Coco Row. 3/4, 130 flat. Now they race into the far turn with Argenta, your leader on neck. Between horses, I'm in the forecast second on the far outside. Spicy Mohawk is gaining ground. Here they come now, turning for home. Argenta is under urging. Argenta, here comes Ima in the forecast. Ima in the forecast on the outside at the wire. Here they come. They're all fan pacing. Beat Bound Barrett goes out for the lead. Joined on the outside, Smoke It Out, but Dynamite Springs charges through on the inside, and now off stride in that turn goes Smoke It Out. Smoke It Out goes off stride. Now around that turn, bothered Fox Valley Hooker. Around the turn and approaching now that early quarter, your leader is Beach Bound Barrett. Beach Bound Barrett, a length and a half. Dynamite Springs right there in second by 3. Ideal McKenna right there in third by 2.5 lengths. Nicky Graham, Smoke It Out is on the move. 29-1 the first quarter. And up front, Beach Bound Barrett is your pace setter like Dynamite Springs right there in second. On the outside, Smoke It Out inching to third. Followed on the inside of horses, Ideal McKenna. And now on the move, Nicky Graham is following cover. To the outside, SS Eleanor, followed by Emma T. Hart. Fox Valley Hooker halfway home, a minute flat. Now they move into the clubhouse turn. Beach Bound Barrett maintains the lead. Dynamite Springs is right on her heels in second. On the outside, Smoke It Out trying to come on in third. Followed further out, Nicky Graham is set to go 3 wide. On the outside, SS Eleanor. Now around the turn, less than a half mile to pace in the race. Beach Bound Barrett is your pace setter. On the outside, that's Smoke It Out. 3/4 on the board. 130-2. Now they swing into the far turn. Beach Bound Barrett has the lead and opens up again. Followed on the outside, Nicky Graham trying to come on second. Dynamite Springs. Here they come now, turning for home. Here comes Nicky Graham charging. Nicky Graham is on the outside taking command. Beach Bound Barrett holds in second, followed to the outside by Dynamite Springs and Fox Valley Hooker. It is Nicky Graham showing the way. Nicky Graham at the wire. And behind the starting gate, here they come. They're off. On the far outside, there goes What's for Dessert out for the lead. Lil's Bunny charging through on the inside, and it's those two as they wheel for position. And on the outside, here comes What's for Dessert, circling up What's for Dessert takes command. Lil's Bunny holds on the inside second. 3 lengths back. Quick Refund now into third. 2 lengths back to Steel Mill Joe. Another 2 lengths to Colonel Meacham, followed by High Lonesome. It's Anticipating what that's Lake Hills Carl trailing the field. They're moving by the quarter. 29-2 the first quarter. And up front, What's for Dessert? Your pace setter a length under quarter. Lil's Bunny right with the leader in second. That's Quick Refund. Closing the gap in third. 2 lengths back to Steel Mill Joe. Now to the outside. Here comes High Lonesome, and High Lonesome out looking for cover as they drive by the half-mile juncture. Up front, What's for Dessert is in charge. A minute flat. What's for Dessert leans into the clubhouse turn. Lil's Bunny running his heels in second. Around that turn they race as they curve now into the back stretch. Up front positions are on change. What's for Dessert is your pace setter on the inside. Lil's Bunny is second, and there goes High Lonesome first over into third. On the outside, Colonel Meacham is also on the move, followed now by Quick Refund. Moving by 3/4, 131 into the far turn, and What's for Dessert opens up the lead on the field now by about 4 lengths. High Lonesome digs in second, followed by Lil's Bunny and Colonel Meacham. Here they come, turning for home. What's for Dessert is opening up the lead now by about 5 or 6 lengths. In the center of the track, it's High Lonesome. It's What's for Dessert with the lead, and it's all What's for Dessert tonight. Close for second. Number 7, What's They're off. There goes Hearts Sousa under mild urging out for the lead. On the inside, trackside Cash is there. Witch of Wicklow zooming up now 3 wide around that opening turn. Now between horses on the inside. There goes Hearts Sousa. Here comes Witch of Wicklow. Witch of Wicklow is on the outside taking command. Hearts Sousa now back to second, 3 lengths back to trackside Cash. Right there in third, a length and a quarter to Fancy Air. Another 2 lengths back. Rap and Robin, Double H Brutta, followed by She's a Cherry and Gold Tune. 29-3 the first quarter. And up front, Witch of Wicklow is your pace setter now a length and a half. And on the inside, it's Heart Sousa saving ground second, but now taking over second. Fancy Air moving up now to challenge for the lead. Here comes Fancy Air, and Fancy Air with a rush now to take command. Witch of Wicklow now back to second. Halfway home, 101-3 into the clubhouse turn. Fancy Air is your leader a length and a quarter. Witch of Wicklow is right with the leader second. Rap and Robin is on the outside first over. On the outside, Double H Bretta is following cover. On the inside, Heart Sousa needs racing room. Now they curve into the back stretch, and less than a half mile to pace in the race. Your leader is Fancy Air, but on the outside, Double H Bretta is coming on. Now they're moving by 3/4, 132-3. Into the far turn they race. On the inside, it's Fancy Air. Double H Bretta alongside a challenging second. Now on the outside, Gold Tune joins the leaders in third. Here they come, turning for home. Fancy Air is under urging, cutting the corner. Double H Bretta is out for the drive. Double H Bretta now in the center of the track is fastest of all. Double H Bretta at the wire. In race number 10, number 5, Double H Bretta was first. A photo for second. Please hold all tickets.